Welcome back to Ben's Garage. In the last video we had the CT failed on its tyres, or a tyre, and a major advisory on the other tyres. Basically it needed tyres, so that's been done. We came back home, had a bit of lunch, and then I followed Dad over to their house. I had some stuff in the back of this car that they can't fit in their car, so I had a drive over, and he goes back up and gets on the motorway, so I let him get a bit ahead. Thought, well, I'll just put my foot down, really give it some beans on the old motorway. The motorway's, the speed limit's 130 kilometres in that particular section. Put my foot down, looked in the mirror, bloody great puff of smoke, and then I got the triangle of doom come up on the dashboard. Balls, what is that? Restricted performance. Shit, it's never ever done that before. So we've had a service, so all the filters are good, this, that and the other. Alright, that bloody CT test has broke my car. Oh Jesus. Well, I thought, I know he revs it up for the emissions. Now somebody did say, oh, perhaps your emissions is, because I did put out a community post saying, you know, what our car might have failed on. And someone says, oh, it'll be your emissions because you deleted your EGR valves, or something along those lines. Emissions were actually pretty clean. Emissions to the Chapmont, it's done on opacity. The limit is 1.32 M-1, whatever that means. So the first blast on the throttle was 0.43. The second blast on the throttle was 0.46. And the third blast on the throttle was 0.35, with an average of 0.42. Emissions are as clean as freshly laid snow. But I thought he'd buggered it up. It wasn't like drastic restricted performance, although it did have it did rev up, but it just didn't have the power. I caught up with my dad, 120 kilometres, and I could have gone a bit more if I wanted. We came off the motorway, and their filling station close to them is quite a bit cheaper than our one up the road. So I thought, well, we'll go in there, we'll fill it up with diesel, because 10 cents a litre, when you're filling it up, we don't like letting it get below half, so so it doesn't feel quite so bad when you fill it up. Anyway, switched it all off, filled it up, started it up. The triangle of doom had gone. It basically reset itself. So what we're going to do today is plug the old gap tool in and see what fault code is stored. See if it points us to anything on the car. It could be the MAF sensors. There's 2 on this car in the airbox. It could be anything, basically. I have given it the beans since it did that, and it's not done it again. So it could have just been a bit of a hiccup, or there might be something wrong. So we're going to plug this in. I'll bring it up on the phone, put it on the screen, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to probably start the car as well. Not sure what that was all about, but my phone isn't I have connected to my phone before, but anyway. We'll load it on the iPad instead. So here we are. We're into the car. Faults. Faults will be red. You've all seen this before. It will scan through all the ECUs and pull out any faults that are stored on it. Obviously the powertrain, I'm hoping, is going to have something nice and simple. So we've got one fault on the engine. Turbocharger boost control A performance, a general signal failure, signal amplitude. So it just said test failed. Test failed since last clear. And it's a confirmed fault, so it is the boost control A performance. So I'm assuming A is one turbo or the other. So what I shall do is clear all the faults, clear all the other ones I'm not really interested in because they always pop up. It's silly things like something lost communication with something else. So now it's going to read all the faults again. And there's nothing there now. So let's have a look for the engine. Now it's saying there's no faults. It's revving up fine. So let's come out of there and let's go for a live value and let's see if we can find the turbo. What would that be under? So PCM engine, boost pressure actuator, bank 1, boost pressure. So we'll go for that one and that one. So we've got boost pressure actuator for each bank. So obviously we've got a turbo that side and a turbo that side. They're all going up and down together. Let's see what else we got here. A command boost actuator. Now it said something about A, didn't it? Throttle actuator, bank 2. Let's go to T's for turbo. Well, that's the only one I can really see that controls the boost. I wonder if there's something on the throttle position. Throttle position, bank 1 and bank 2. Pressure control valve, I don't know if that would be anything. Power mode, power quality factor. Then we've got all piezo injectors, particulate filter. We haven't got a particulate filter on this car. So there your boost pressure actuators. Now one is slightly off from the other one, idle, but then they both seem to go pretty much together when you rev them up and down. The other one at the bottom, the pressure control valve, is going up, as you know. No, don't save the log. So whatever fault it was, it might have just been one of those things. I can't find anything else, you know. Accelerator position sensor, airflow. Let's do both the airflow meters. Now they are sort of all over the place looking at that. They seem to be going up and down together when you rev it up. barometric pressure, battery voltage. We've done the boost pressure, bank 1 and bank 2. Command boost actuator. Let's have a look at that and that. See, one is slightly off from the other, but I don't expect them to be bang on accurate, so throttle actuator, I don't think it'd be those. But until a fault actually stays in the system, we're never going to know, are we? So let's come out of live values and let's just read faults again. Reading faults. There's nothing there. Right, let's switch this off. Stop screen recording. So there we have it. Our triangle of doom was something to do with the boost on turbo A, whatever that is. The fault has gone. I've been revving it up. We've gone into live readings. The boost control management and other bits and pieces all seem to be going up and down together. There's no sort of variance. The airflow sensors are a little bit out with each other. I don't expect that sort of thing to be perfectly in sync with each other. It's just not going to happen, is it? At the end of the day, it's not a Formula 1 car where the parameters are set so bloody specific. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, yeah, touch some wood. It was just an anomaly. We will keep an eye on it, and yeah, we don't like seeing triangles of doom on the dashboard, especially bloody great big red ones that say restricted performance. It might have been something that got a little bit upset when he was revving it up, but then we had switched it off and back on again. It could have been bloody anything, couldn't it, really? But there was a fault stored in there, but it's cleared and it's not come back. Obviously, you go for a bit of a drive, it might do, but these gap tools are bloody amazing. Now that launch tool I've got probably would have picked that up as well, but this is handy. It's in the car. It was connecting to the phone. I don't know why it's not connecting to that at the minute, but yeah. So I had to get the iPad out, but it's no drama, is it? So that's going to be it for this video. We've had a look into it. We can't really get to the bottom of it because there's nothing stored in, you know, cleared the codes, it's not come back. So there's not like a fault on the car that's there all the time. If it comes back up again, it's going to be one of those intermittent faults, and we'll have to dive into it a little bit deeper to see actually what is causing that to do that. But for now, that's it. So enjoyed this video. It's been a bit enlightening for you, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.